You know, there's a filter on CapCut and TikTok that makes larger people look skinnier. But they didn't pull that filter though, did they? So there's this filter that you see on your screen, we're going to talk about here momentarily, that TikTok decided to pull from their platform, also CapCut. And I find this utterly ridiculous because there are many filters on this platform that we could label, going against body positivity. There's a filter that, can turn you to a baby. There is a filter that can make you look older. We can file that under ageism. And there's also, like I said in my intro, a filter that makes you look thinner, that makes a bigger person look thinner. And none of those filters are deemed offensive. Okay. And for men, we find a lot of filters offensive because it makes you look a way that you really aren't. And then we meet you in real life and in person. Well, we have to shave a bunch of points off of how you look because you essentially lied to us and lied to the people that watch your content or see you on these dating apps or whatever.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
But as I always say, body positivity only works one way, with women and not with men. And as you can see, as you will see in this article, women are the main people that had a problem with this because, well, they're the ones that always promote body positivity. They're always the ones that promote being sexy at any size. They're always the ones that promote, you don't need a diet. You're the God made you the way you are. You don't need to eat healthy and all those kind of things, right? They're generally promoting being a sloth and not doing anything about it. Again, everyone in the world will not be skinny. Everyone should acknowledge that. But you can still be healthy and be at the size that you are. If you don't feel like actually losing the weight, there's still a way you can be healthy and still be the way you are, the way you can still live a productive life, even at your size. All right. And there's some other ridiculous stuff I saw on social media dealing with body positivity that I'll talk about in a later video. But as you can see here, they had a problem with that. This filter was going around TikTok recently, and the cholesterol challenge community, mainly women, had a problem with this, and they successfully got it pulled from the platform. All right. As you can see here, chubby filter pulled from TikTok after user backlash.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
I'm going to try to be as eloquent and respectful as possible when I dig into this article because I find it utterly ridiculous how this was offensive, but all the other filters are not. All right.
I said with all due respect.
No, that doesn't mean you get to say whatever you want to say to me.
Sure as heck does.
So let's investigate. A viral filter which made people appear overweight has been removed from TikTok after the BBC reported it has sparked a wave of user criticism. Now, by the way, there's also a filter on TikTok that makes overweight people skinny. Did you know that?
You sure about that?
But that filter isn't being pulled from TikTok, huh? Known as a quote-unquote chubby filter, the artificial intelligence AI tool took a photo of a person and edited their appearance to look as though they had put on weight. Many people have shared their before and after images on the platform with jokes about how different they looked. However, others said it was a form of body shaming and should not be permitted. Again, body shaming only works one direction, as with overweight people and not with skinny people.
Amazing. Amazing. Wow.
Because it should work both ways, but it does not. Experts have also warned the filter could fuel a quote unquote toxic diet culture.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
Potentially contribute to eating disorders. Now, diet culture should not be toxic, but again, for people that are overweight, this diet culture kind of shames them into wanting to lose some weight or have a healthier lifestyle because they feel like they should be able to do this on their own time or not at all. Now they have labeled it toxic diet culture because they didn't want the shame of being overweight. All right. And again, this is not to shame overweight people. If you're overweight, but you live in a healthy lifestyle, again, I say that everyone's not going to be thin. And that's understandable out here in the world. Everybody's not going to be 150 pounds, 110 pounds. I mean, that's life, right? That's the world we live in. However, some people are glorifying being this by saying, you know what? I can be big. I can be overweight. I can eat whatever I want, and it's okay. I don't care if I'm 1,000 pounds. That's fine because I'm a person in this world. And that particular fact is not true. TikTok said that the filter had been uploaded by CapCut, which is separate to TikTok but has the same parent company, ByteDance. TikTok also told the BBC it was reviewing videos uploaded by the app that use the effect and was making them ineligible for recommendation and blocking them from teen accounts. It added any videos that breach its community guidelines, for example, by featuring or bullying harassment, would be removed. So not only did they remove the filter, but if your video was using that filter and it's still on the platform, it would not be recommended and possibly would not get monetized. So therefore would be shadow banning your content. And if you use this filter to bully someone that is overweight, well, your account could be completely removed from the platform by using that filter. Ridicule for their body. Sadie, who has 66,000 followers on TikTok, had been one of those calling for the quote unquote mean filter to be banned. Again, look at this. Look at the messaging, the projection here. So this filter was mean because people were simply using their filter to make themselves bigger just to see or just to play around with the filter. But if you as an overweight person take that same filter, the same platform, and use the skinny filter to make yourself look thin, well, that's not body shaming. That's just funny, right?
Bitch, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
See, again, body positivity only works one direction. Quote, "It's definitely a step in the right direction," she said after the filter was taken down. "I'm happy that TikTok did that because ultimately social media should be a fun, lighthearted place, not somewhere where you get bullied for how you look," the 29-year-old from Bristol said. Now, these videos are not bullying you. You just didn't want somebody to use this filter to kind of make themselves look big when they really weren't. It's almost like they're making fun of you. But again, overweight people are making fun of skinny people. You get to go to the gym every day and look. Meanwhile, I love the skin I'm in. I'm satisfied just the way I am, right? It's like the words I have to describe. I don't have the words to describe this because I'm oftentimes not as eloquent with my vocabulary. But y'all get the point, right? This is ridiculous. She said that she was contacted by women who said they had deleted TikTok from their phones because the trend made them feel bad about themselves. Again, you feeling bad about yourself for a filter just is forcing you to look in the mirror at what you really are. So now you don't have to see this filter no more. So now you can continue on without shame, without guilt, being however you are, whatever size you are. Dr. Emma Beckett, a food and nutrition scientist, told the BBC she felt the trend was a huge step backwards in terms of weight stigma. Yeah, again, a step backwards, huh? "It's just the same as old false stereotypes and tropes about people in larger bodies being lazy and flawed, something to be desperately avoided," she said. "No one ever made y'all feel like you're lazy and flawed." You know what? Just like black people, some black people, they use, where am I gonna put this? Just like how some black people that engage in illegal activities and how some black people are labeled like, we're just athletes or rappers or things like that. We ourselves have contributed to the stereotype of our own people. Similarly put, overweight people have contributed to their own negative stereotype by saying, you know what, me being a sloth is okay. That, you know what, even though I'm big, you know what, I can still be unhealthy and be okay. No, that's not what anybody's ever said. What we have said is that, you know what, nobody's going to be the same size, but you can still be healthy. That's what people have been saying. And you, by not wanting to be healthy and still be that size, well, you have stereotyped yourself and your own category or people, if you will. All right. You contribute to the own negative stereotype of your own group. She warned that could have broad social effect. Quote, "The fear of weight gain contributes to eating disorders and body dissatisfaction. It fuels toxic diet culture, making people obsess over food and exercise in unhealthy ways, opening them up to scam products and fad diets."
Enemy spotted.
Fad diets. Well, you need to figure out what that is. And people, if you just do some research instead of trying to pull your diet off of Instagram or TikTok, well, that would probably help. Damaging and toxic. Here we go. Prior to the app being pulled, the BBC spoke to a number of TikTok users who said they were uncomfortable with the filter. Nina, who lives in North Wales, says she felt it fed into a narrative being spread online trying together people's appearance with their self-worth. Okay, tying together people's appearance with their self-worth. Again, these are narratives they made up to still continue to be unhealthy. This is a toxic view that I thought we were moving away from, she said. If a filter is clearly offensive, it should be removed, she told the BBC. Emma, who lives in Ayr, agreed. Quote, my first thought when I saw the chubby filter was how damaging that would be. People were basically saying they looked disgusting because they were chubby, and as a curvy woman who essentially looks like the after photo on the filter, it was disheartening for me. Well, if people are using this filter to be bullying or to be negative toward a certain group of people, then they should pull that video. But everybody that was using this filter wasn't trying to downplay or downgrade the overweight people. And that's, I guess anybody can make anything, bad or sensitive, right? Testing the chubby filter. Filters which use AI to manipulate person's appearance are common on TikTok. Many are harmless. For example, one popular trend makes it as if a person was made out of Lego. Some of the most popular videos using filters have been like tens of thousands of times. For the purpose of this article, I used a filter on myself. I felt incredibly uncomfortable. So what? As someone who is very body positive, has struggled with their self-image in the past, using it couldn't be further away from how I personally use social media, and I was happy that TikTok pushed it to me in the first place. I mean, so what? I mean, let's keep going because, this is just a way for people to be more sensitive. This filter appeared on my TikTok For You page the other day, despite me not engaging with any weight-related content for health or any weight-related or health content. Well, that's what the algorithm does. It pushes things to you that you don't necessarily watch to try to promote that for other viewers. After I watched the video and read the comments, TikTok began to suggest similar videos from other people using the filter, and even another where AI can turn you thinner. Come on, guys.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Let me read this one more time. After I watched the video and read the comments, TikTok began to suggest similar videos from other people using the filter, and even another where AI can turn you thinner. But somehow, the thinner effect doesn't get banned. The filter that makes you thinner doesn't get banned, but the one that makes you bigger does. Now, here's my question, right? If I'm a bigger person, I always use the filter to make me look thinner. Wouldn't that also be promoting go against body positivity? Because now I get to not only fool people how I really are, what I really am, by the way, I'm sorry, but it also makes me feel like I should be thinner now because, I mean, do y'all see the role of, Jesus. Thankfully, it also began to show me creators that were criticizing the trend, some of who we spoken to for this article. AI images and filters have become commonplace in TikTok and quickly accepted to be used for fun, the same way Gen Z and millennials might remember Snapchat filters. But filters like these, although they may seem fun, can be very damaging to someone's mental health and encourage them to compare themselves not only to others, but an unrealistic version with themselves. Well, isn't that what social media does to pretty much everybody for everything? You watch these influencers fly to Dubai. You're watching them with rich belongings and money. You're watching them live lavish lifestyles, or you're watching them do something that you would love to do, right? Isn't that encouraging you to compare yourself to them because you can't do those things? If anything, social media as a whole does exactly that. But somehow we want to hone in on this chubby filter, not the one that turns you thinner, where the AI can turn you thinner. No, we're not gonna focus on that. We're gonna focus on the one that makes you look bigger, right? Got it. Y'all see what my point is, right? So again, I'm not so eloquent with sometimes when I describe things, but I found this to be utterly ridiculous. How the chubby filter can be pulled, but the skinny one can't. Like I said before, body positivity only works one way, and well, here it is, right? And with that being said, thank you for attending another episode of the Working Man Podcast. I am your host, Nicholas J. Fury. Let me know what you think about this chubby filter being pulled from TikTok and CapCut down in the comment section. And should there be any other filters that need to get cut, right? Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell on your way out of the door. And I will see you on the next video.